Hello YouTube. This is Rob with the Garden Coalition. Very, very small garden, but lots of production. It is Sunday, August 16th, I believe. Yep, it's the 16th. Alright, so I just wanted to show everybody. We have had a ton of rain here in Maryland. We're in Zone 7. And here is my garden. Well, the first one that I started, it's all containers for this year. See, I've got habaneros, I've got a couple of those guys. Got one cuke, which it may not produce any fruit. It might. I'm not worried about it. It was kind of a volunteer anyway, so I'm just kind of letting it do its thing. You can see I got a ton of tomatoes. On the back here, we've got the I've got a determinate variety of heirlooms. I can't remember what they are, but so far they've been happy campers. But I am going to show you this. I'm getting some splitting. Let me get that to focus. Yeah, it's splitting. That's just from the insane amount of water that these plants have received over the past week, really. Normally, I have a flexi tank from when I was playing around with some hydroponics, and it's just 25 gallons, but I use that with a water filter to help remove some of the chlorine from the city tap. And yeah, I have not filled that up at all this week to use it, and I've actually turned off my timer. So yeah, I have another couple tomatoes over here that are kind of doing their thing. These are all cherry tomatoes. Ooh, hey. Well, if you're done, move on. Thank you. But everything is super soaked. Got a random zook that popped up from a seed that didn't finish breaking down in the compost bin. That's fine. I'm not expecting anything out of it. Zucchinis are cool and all. It's just not something I had willingly started. And then over here is my secondary garden. I've already started some peas. I believe these are sugar snaps. So you can see they're just kind of rolling through their starting phases. And I had all 6 of these guys, these cherry tomatoes, that were in a single 3-gallon bag, grow bag, because I do grow bags, just like these guys right here, where my bell peppers are. And please excuse the mess. None of this is like really ready for presentation, so to speak, but whatever. I'm kind of raw, so that's how my videos are going to be. At any rate, small garden bed. You can see this cheap fencing I found. Actually, someone was tossing it out. I think it's an old puppy pen or something. And I needed something to protect the plants from all the groundhogs, the deer, the rabbits. I don't know. I'm right next to State Park, so there's critters that show up every so often. Ooh, look at this little baby. Man, that's actually still on there pretty good. I'm just going to leave it alone. But yeah, these guys have had a tough adjustment period into this bed, going from their very, very healthy growth in that 3-gallon bag I was telling you about. They've had a tough time adjusting because this soil here was never really amended very well. I did use compost with it. You can tell I've got hardwood mulch in there. You can obviously see there's not really enough. But this is my low expectation bed, so to speak. I'm letting it do its thing. I'm hoping that maybe by spring next year, spring 2021, this bed will be fully amended and ready to rock and roll some super duper healthy plants. I am slowly expanding it, as long as my wife does not complain about it, because I've been going kind of crazy. Anyway, yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys what I had just harvested out of this, and kind of tell you how I'm going to use it. And none of this is very pretty, but it's very functional. I'm a function over form type of person. Alright, so here's all of my tomatoes. You can see like some of them are like split wide open, like this guy. That one's questionable. It looks kind of like something was chewing on it. I'm not 100% certain if something was, but I'm going to rinse it and I'm going to freeze it. And the reason why I'm going to freeze this is because these are going to become sauce. And freezing your tomatoes before you use them for a sauce actually helps you remove the skins a little bit easier. That was a trick I learned through can't remember the YouTuber, but someone else who's on YouTube. And then I've got some really nice Ring of Fire peppers that I just pulled off. I didn't let them get to the point where they were crackly on the skin. Like that's, see, this is very, very smooth. And then I've got one habanero. I think I took it off maybe a little early, but that's okay because that will ensure that the plant keeps on producing more fruit. So if this is a little light on heat, I'll get over it. And so will my friends who are going to use these guys to make hot sauce. And then I've got little cherry tomatoes. You can see even they were splitting. We've really had so much rain here. It's been kind of crazy. And it also really has made me reconsider my soil composition. Even though all of those guys are in containers, and a few of those guys over there are in containers, and there's my tiny Weber grill. Never mind that. My wife will mind it. Anyway, even though all those guys over there are in containers, which is great, has been great for this year, that is actually going to turn into an in-ground raised bed. And I say in-ground raised bed because basically when I'm done using these containers for this year, I will be dumping all the soil out, mixing it up with compost and some wood chips, and it's just gonna sit and marinate over the winter. I'm just gonna let it chill and do its thing. I might plant some stuff in there, but it's mostly gonna be sitting there trying to get itself ready for spring. Yeah, that's my game plan. At any rate, yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, whatever, throw them in the comments section. But yeah, I definitely don't garden like a lot of other people do. I try different things, so I will try to share as much as I can with you. And by the way, one thing that I think is very useful, you'll notice throughout my yard, I have littered like stuff I've yanked off of plants into the yard. Don't be afraid to do that. If you cut your grass, you're gonna mulch that stuff up anyway. Just throw the bag on your mower, catch it, mulch it, throw it in your compost bin. If you got a hot compost pile, you know what to do. So on and so forth. At any rate, don't waste it. It's also, you could also just mulch it right into the grass and it'll be fine. Because, you know, right now it's August, it's mid-August. It's not going to hurt anything to put a little more nitrogen down into the soil anyway. So, let it do its thing. Mother Nature works it out. Alright, y'all have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. And stay tuned.